Hello friends, today I will show you how to do the pattern for the Emmy baby blanket. It's done with the Lacy shell stitch, and I will show you all the process of making this beautiful stitch. So we start with the foundation row with the chains, and for the purpose of this tutorial I do just the pattern chains, 13 chains. To make the design, you of course will calculate a number of chains that corresponds to 11 plus 1 plus 2. So we do one single crochet in second chain from the hook, then we skip 2 chains and work 9 double crochet stitches in the same chain. Working this number of the double crochets in one chain creates a very beautiful shell, or if you are working with a chunky yarn, it will be looking a little bit like a snowflake. So now again we will skip 2 chains and we'll make one single crochet in the third chain. So we have our first shell ready. Now we continue the same way, skipping 2 chains, and in the third one we again make 9 double crochet stitches to create another shell. When you finish your last shell and arrive to the end of the row, you finish the row with single crochet. So our first shells row is finished. Now we will turn our work and we'll make another row, third row, which will create this lacy pattern. We start row with the 3 chains, and then we make in the same stitch of previous row 1 double crochet stitch. Then we work 2 chains and make a single crochet in the 5th double crochet of the shell. Then we do again 2 chains and work with stitch in the single crochet of previous row. We do 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and then in the same stitch we do another double crochet, so it forms like letter V with stitch. And we continue the same way. We do 2 chains, then find the middle of the shell, it's the 5th double crochet stitch of the shell, make single crochet, 2 chains, and then we finish. When you arrive to the end of your row, you finish in single crochet of previous row. We do 2 double crochet without a chain in the middle to finish the row. And we finish another row, our third row. In general, this pattern consists of 5 rows to follow, so we begin again with 3 chains. Then in the middle between 2 crochet stitches we do we work 5 double crochet stitches, and like this at the beginning of this row, it's row number 4 we are making right now. You will have like a half of your beautiful shell. And now we continue this shells row, working the single crochet in the single crochet of the previous row in the middle of our shell. So we do 1 single crochet, and you will see now we continue making another 9 double crochet stitches inside of V-stitch of previous row in this chain space created. Another shell is ready, and now we do 1 single crochet stitch in the single crochet stitch of previous row in the middle of the shell. When you arrive to the end, you will have 3 chains with 1 double crochet, and we work 5 double crochet stitches in the space created by these 2 stitches. So we arrived to the last row of the pattern. We turn our work and start to make the last row of the pattern. Then you will just repeat the rows from 1 to 5. So we do 1 single crochet, 2 chains, and then in our first single crochet we do our V-stitch. We do 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and another double crochet in the same stitch. We continue by doing 2 chain as we did before, and place the single crochet, do the single crochet in the middle of our shell of previous row in the 5th double crochet stitch of the shell. Again 2 chains, now we work again V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in the same stitch, 2 chains, and at the end of the row you will work in the chain 3, the third chain of the chain 3, you work 1 single crochet to close the row. And now we are arriving to the last row of our pattern. We do chain 1, and then we do the single crochet in the same stitch. In space of V-stitch we start to make our shell, 9 double crochet stitches, Basically, this row is repeating the first row of the shells we were making. It is exactly the same, and from now on you will start to repeat the same rows from the first shell row till what we just made together. So as you can see, it's very easy to remember pattern because you just have few rows to remember, and most of the work is basically the same. You just need to remember how to start the row and how to finish it. This pattern looks very beautiful with any kinds of yarn, any weight of yarn. I'm using I'm using chunky yarn and hook number 7. And also for my bigger version of the blanket, I was using super bulky yarn, the wool of Via Knitters with 20 millimeters hook. Of course, the visual effect when you work with bigger yarn is more astonishing, but even with the normal weight of yarn, this pattern looks really feminine, elegant, and so beautiful.